Hi everyone, my name is John Paul Hernandez and I'm a San Diego native. I am 34 years old. Been undetectable for about 8 years or 8 years plus.
Well, my name is Giovanni. I am 32 years old and I'm from San Diego, California, and I use PrEP.
My name is Michael Delaney. I got HIV when I was 2008. I'm undetectable right now.
My name is Cindy and I have been positive for 25 years. I was one of the first women with a child born in the state of Minnesota that was diagnosed with HIV.
Hola, yo soy Ilsa Aguilar, tengo 28 años, soy mexicana, tengo un diagnóstico de VIH.
Hi guys, my name is Brandon and I currently live in San Diego. I am HIV positive.
My name is Jade Blount and I am from Indio. I have been HIV positive diagnosed for 22 years and I am undetectable, and I've been undetectable for 12 years.
I have always lived with the thought of I'm never going to die from this disease because I am too ornery and just not going to do it. So I continue to stay strong and positive because I believe that I got this disease for a reason, and I'm here to share my journey and my experience.
I have healthy sex. Just because I use PrEP doesn't mean I don't use condoms. PrEP only prevents HIV, and so I also use condoms when other people.
I take care of myself because I want to live. I want a long, productive life, healthy, and I want to see my granddaughter graduate, get married, and have kids, and get some more grandkids, and for my family, the one that support me.
I think the main reason that I take care of myself, I know the main reason why I take care of myself is that I've learned to love myself through all the ups and downs that I've been through, especially living with HIV and learning how to manage a lifestyle being HIV positive. That would be my main reason.
12 years ago, I went to a drug and alcohol treatment program that was HIV friendly. Actually, it was provided by Brian White. And the people there I grew a close relationship with. I worked with them. And the people I met throughout the years have helped me succeed. They've taught me a lot of things, and the people I encounter today, I learn from everybody.
Yo creo que en primero la cercanía con lo que entendemos como pares, es decir, conocer a otras personas que están viviendo situaciones parecidas a las que yo me enfrento. Siempre es una necesidad poder sentirte acompañada de otras personas, y creo que en eso yo voy a reducir mi éxito de ser saludable, porque el acompañamiento yo lo he obtenido sí médicamente, pero también lo he tenido a través de amistades dentro de contextos escolares, y otra parte muy importante la he encontrado en lo que conocemos como grupos de autoapoyo.
My grandfather has also been positive for over 20 years, and just from what I remember from when I was younger, even though we didn't talk about it much, I do remember it coming up in certain discussions, his status between him and my mother, and I think that has kind of mentally prepared me to at least educate myself about it.
I would say my first person actually to thank is AJ Johnson at the UCSD Mother-Child Adolescent program. He started off as my case manager and also was one to really encourage me when I said I wanted to share my story and either educate, help prevent, or help other people feel related to surrounding the whole topic of HIV positive.
Vivir dos experiencias de mi vida que van de la mano, o sea, es decir, asumir que tengo un diagnóstico de VIH, pero también asumir que soy una persona trans que desea tener un tratamiento de reemplazo hormonal, ¿no? Entonces, eso a veces yo lo he logrado, lo viví de manera desvinculada, porque en el lugar donde me atendía para recibir atención médica específica sobre VIH, no había información sobre tratamientos de reemplazo hormonal, ¿no? Entonces eso era complicado en el tema de que hay un expediente por un lado, hay un expediente por otro lado, y luego no sería mejor si los médicos pudieran acceder a un mismo expediente médico.
The biggest challenge was to be coming out, to be gay. You know, it was when I was 18, just barely came out, just barely graduated from high school, and I decided to tell my parents and my family that I was gay. And I was surprised because they took it very well and they were very supportive.
I've learned a lot from my addiction and from my sobriety time. And my sobriety time outdoes my addiction time. I was using speed for methamphetamine for about 27 years, less I was in prison. And I didn't use when I was in prison. I was in prison for narcotics. That's the only thing I have on my record is narcotics. I was a sick individual. I loved to get high, and I just about did anything for it. One day I just got rat poison. It was cyanide poisoning, and that woke me up. That was the worst day of my life because nobody helped me. It was Halloween 3 years ago. And I called 911 7 times. I won't tell you too much about it. They didn't answer the call. The dispatcher didn't answer me. And I was dying. I was 4 hours from death when I finally made it to the hospital the next day. And that woke me up.
I was one of the first women diagnosed with a child in the state of Minnesota, which meant there were no organizations for women to go to get the resources that they needed for HIV. So I took it upon myself to start knocking on gay organizations that men had opened and told them that this is what was happening in our community. So they asked if I could get a bunch of women together and they would be willing to give me a spot for support groups. And from there it just started with support groups and then bringing hygiene products in, and I just felt that I needed to be the voice for the women that didn't have a voice.
Dating is definitely a scary thing when you're positive. But, you know, I think now, just based on experience, you know, of trying to date people all the time that I've had to, you know, get used to my status, I'm definitely better prepared to share this news with people, and I'm more confident and determined to do so.
You know, I've shared about overcoming some things, especially that inner struggle with myself of learning to love myself and accepting it, not only internally but externally with the world. To believe in something higher than myself has really saved me and has also really empowered me. And even when I speak to people, I speak from the heart, and I know that it's coming from a place that's just higher than my own will. It's that desire to want to love and share in love and share in a common message and share in the humanity that we all share.
It's funny because just 3 or 4 months prior I was in Wisconsin and the doc was trying to get me on PrEP, but it was a sticky situation because since I didn't live here permanently and because I was in and out of state, it made it more difficult because the medicines couldn't be shipped. So that's why I didn't get on PrEP. And it's funny that 3 or 4 months later, you know, I was diagnosed with this, or, you know, with HIV. Which is unfortunate, but, you know, no biggie. It's not the end of the world. So I will say this in preparation, just for your safety, you know, if you can help it, use a condom, and if you can, get on PrEP.
My motto has always been, they gave me less than 2 years, and so far I have taken 25, and I am going to continue to add years onto that for as long as I can, and I hope to see the day that there's either a cure found or we do reach an undetectable and non-transmittable community.